Alrighty, Thursday, March 28th, last trading day of the week, of the month, of the quarter. Some decent action today, although a bit slower, well within the realms of expectations, given that it is a holiday week. We do see some holiday volume today and throughout the duration of this week, so no real surprise to see some choppier action today. One of the main things that I had mentioned yesterday as well as this morning was the fact that ES had forced that change in character. So what I mean by that is you have a series of lower highs that have developed here. This creates a structure. This creates a downtrend. Right now, once price actually trades up and through one of those most recent lower highs, one of those most recent significant pivot points within this structure, you have what is called a change in character. And at that point, what buyers are attempting to do in this case is show acceptance with that change in character, meaning the pivot that was broken to the upside. They want price to be holding above that pivot, and then the target for that change in character is the prior high, the prior structure high right through there. So you could see exactly what happened. Price gives a good portion of that move yesterday into the close. We do have a pretty slow overnight action there. Not a lot of activity during the overnight and pre-market action. Get that move up into the 53.15 area, a bit of a pullback here into the near-term volume point of control, right? Looking at the 30-minute chart here, and that paves the way for that next bounce into the target up into 5322. So pretty textbook action essentially all week, to be honest. You know, anytime we have that volatility expansion type of move, you want to be expecting that volatility contraction. That's exactly what we saw with the slow drift lower for the duration of the week. Thursday triggers that change in character, or excuse me, Wednesday triggers that change in character. Thursday, today, we get the test of the target. And so now what are we looking at? Well, it's just a sideways range now, right? 53.22 by 52.75. That's the new range. What we want to see on Monday is how price is going to be trading versus the 53.22. Now, we do have PCE tomorrow, as well as a Powell speech. However, the market is not open, so I do expect the Sunday night open to be quite active, given that that'll be the first opportunity for market participants to get any involvement, any exposure to the S&P. Will be Sunday night. Market is totally closed tomorrow. And so that'll definitely be something to keep some eyes on. And with that, we may see some follow through into Monday's session, some activity into Monday's session. So that's one thing I'll be looking for come Sunday night. I'll actually most likely plan to watch that Sunday open. And we'll be looking at, again, how price trades versus the 53.22 level of interest. So the main watch here. Pretty straightforward. If it trades up and through, we're dealing with the next leg higher, right? If it rejects, like we're seeing into the close here, we're just within the near-term range, and we know exactly what to do. Trade down into 5,300, and then potentially the near-term range low down there into 52.75. So pretty straightforward on ES. NQ. Now, this is a little bit different. I had mentioned yesterday that the ES setup was superior once it triggered that change in character. That's because we have a tape that shows stronger action by the bulls, right? By buyers. NQ, what do we have? We still have this series of lower highs. We still have a downtrend. Right, NQ has been unable to really find its legs to trigger this breakout here, like the one we saw in ES. Now, I do expect this to resolve higher in due time. If you take a look at the main components of NQ, the big FANG names, most of them do look like they are poised for a leg higher. And so with that, we can, start to expect QQQ or NQ to follow suit. So I'll be watching today's high up into that 18,540 area. Not a significant move today. The most recent important pivot is yesterday's high up into that 18,571. So that'll definitely be an important level to be monitoring here for that change in character if it does trigger on Monday or Tuesday, right? And then once that change of character does trigger, obviously you want to be looking at a move into the 18,700. So as far as Monday or potentially Sunday night, you can watch 18,500 as a primary reference point. Price just kind of oscillating near that 18,500 for today. The near-term volume point of control is keeping a lid on things for now. So this 18,540 area will have some significance moving forward. A lot of volume through here. Most of the volume following FOMC has been done at 18,540. So that carries some significance. But what we really want to see here is some break from the current structure. So 18,500, good level of interest for Monday. 18,540, also going to be a decent reference point. Really, really wanting to see this type of move, though, up through the prior day high, which is now Wednesday's high. So we'll see how that shakes out. Definitely the structure is better in ES, though ES does trade a little bit slower. So pick your poison there. That's about it for the index trades. For individual names, the scans were totally dry. We'll see how that looks Monday morning. I'll do a little refresh, but as of right now, it'll be an index focus day on Monday. So 18,500 NQ and then 53.22 on ES. Hope everyone had a good day. Good week, good month, good quarter. What I suggest doing this weekend during the long weekend, spend some time reviewing not only your week, but spend some time reviewing the month, spend some time reviewing the quarter, get a game plan together about how you want to approach the new month, how you want to approach the new quarter as far as your trading is concerned. Look at, any repeat errors, any deficiencies that you had for the month and quarter, where you can improve. Look at where you had, really strong action, and then try to focus more on those strengths into the new month and quarter. And that'll really help you improve your performance as we get into Q2. So if you guys have any questions about that, about improving your game, feel free to shoot me a DM. Otherwise, I'll see you Monday for the pre-market prep live stream, and keep your eyes peeled for that weekly kickoff on Sunday. Have a good long weekend. Happy Easter.